Hello, everyone. Uh, can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Please write plus or yes into the chat if you can hear me. Thank you, guys. So let's begin. Maybe we will wait, I think, for 2 or 3 minutes for other participants who are joining us. So before the webinar, maybe you have some questions and you can put them or prepare at the moment. Also, I would like to ask you before the start, if you are registered on the crypto robotics terminal already, and if you have passed the QIC2 on OKX, please also write it on the chat. Thank you, Peter. And what about crypto robotics registration? Thank you, Peter. Thank you. I think others will write further. If you have any questions, please write them at the moment. And I think we're gonna start. We're gonna start already. And please let me tell you firstly about the registration in the terminal crypto robotics. If you are not already registered, so you can easily enter the page where you can sign up on our website of the terminal, on our web version, for example, and you can put your name easily, your email, also you can choose your country, or you can, for example, put automatically the code and put here your telephone number and create your password. After you do all of this, you can press done and you will receive the code to your email. If you didn't get the code, for example, in 1 minute after it was sent, you can look it in your spam. And if there is no spam letter with the code, you can write it to our battle chat, and we will help you if you have some problems with getting the code for registration. If you have any questions on registration, please also give the questions in this chat, in this webinar. So the second thing that I want to mention is that you can use your referral link after you register in the terminal, and you can invite your friends to the battle, and this invitation will bring you $10 in robot tokens. So you have to choose account tab and choose the referral program tab and copy the fourth link, which gives you an opportunity to invite people to the battle, and afterwards people even register to the terminal, and you invite them and get $10 rewards after the registration, and if they buy some packages afterwards, you will also earn 20% from each purchase of your referral. So also I wanted to tell you that it is very important to invite people to the battle, because uh, if as many people are invited, as more uh, the prize pool. It means that if we have, for example, 150 people participating in the contest, there will be a total prize of $2,000. If we, for example, be ready and we will start with 500 participants, the whole prize will be 7,000. And of course, if we reach the 1,000 people progress, the total price will be $10,000 in USDT to your account on OKEX exchange, and also 50 people who will get the first 50 places will also get different packages from Crypto Robotics for 2 months. Please invite your friends to make the rewards fund as big as possible. Thank you. Also, there is a big question about the KYC second, KYC2 verification on OKX. And if you didn't pass it before the start of the contest, please pass the verification. Here is the link, and the link is also in the chat, and you can use this instruction, and this manual give you an opportunity to do it, I think, in 3 or 5 minutes, no longer time it takes. So the moment we are moving to the robots themselves, if you don't have questions, of course, about the previous part, please give me the questions into the chat if you have some questions on registration, on KYC2, or maybe on referral program. Let's wait a little bit for the questions. Okay, so here we are with the robots, and we have chosen the tab named robots, and now we have to choose all robots tab, and here we can see all the robots. Before, I wanted to tell you a little bit about how the robots work. So firstly, robots enter automatically to the orders, and then they find the signals to sell, to sell the coins which were bought automatically. It means that you only once preset all the data in your robot, and then robot works himself. He opens the deals and he closes the deals. So we have two types of the robots. One is Optimus. You can see here the detailed description. So I won't tell you all the details at the moment, but you can see it here. I will only tell you that there are different time frames, and this robot, which is called Optimus, is trading on the basis of RSI, and it is based on the fast trends, and it easily enters the deals and easily exits the deals. And we have also Cyberbot. It is based on the moving average and indicators, and it is based on the longer trends, But you can also use short time frames, for example, 1 hour or 2 hours, and it will enter the deals quickly. So we will discuss it further, and you can read all the descriptions inside of the terminal at any moment you want. So, and if you have any questions more about the strategy of each robot, you can give them into the chat on the bottom. So, of course, we are understanding that robots are not very easy to be understood by the people who are not professionals on this market, and we will, of course, help you. So here we can see posts which we will give you after the webinar, and we will help you every day to launch the robots on demo trading. What does it mean? So our robots are trading not only on the basis of of the real trading, so you can test without any risks, and you can choose here the test mode, and then you will need to preset all the necessary data in the robot. So firstly, I wanted to tell you a little bit about the market. At the moment, market is growing, and if it would rise at the moment, it will lead us for approximately $7,500 per Bitcoin. So we are recommending at the moment to use the robots which are called altcoin USDT. So I will show you here what are the robots which trade altcoins to USDT. So the third types of the robots, Optimus trading to USDT and ETH. So you can choose their USDT. We will look at again, and the Cyberbot also trading to USDT. So we need to use. And so here are some recommendations which we can use during the settings the data into the robot. So this is for people who want to trade themselves and who want to use recommendations, but to set the robot as they wish themselves. Also, I wanted to tell you that it is very important to use only recommended pairs in the robots, because some of the pairs have a very huge spread, and it can lead for bad results. So let's move to the robot settings, and I will show you everything on the basics. So if you want to test the robot on demo trading, please firstly choose the test mode. Then press the button change. And choose the OKX exchange. So the main coin, as we mentioned before in the recommendations, is USDT. Also, we've mentioned that we need to use only recommended pairs. So we select all the recommended pairs, and we have to look through the unrecommended pairs, and if there are some which are not recommended at the moment, we can untap them, for example. Okay, so we tap. We have chosen only recommended pairs with the spread less than 1%. So, as I've mentioned, the time frame has to be not more than 1 hour. And as I can choose any lot size here because this is demo trading, but as it is written in the rules, for example, we will choose the $10 lot size, as it was mentioned in the rules for real trading. For example, we will use the total balance, which will be $300. So uh, here you won't buy any more any more coins if you have one. So it is in the basic. It is mentioned in the basic settings, and also it refers to the basic settings. I would like to tell you uh, to to use stop loss, for example, 6 or 7%, as it is written here. You can choose your own, but I will use, for example, 6%. And I recommend you not to do something more if you are not professional on this market. So we are editing the robot, and the last step which we make is to launch. It means that my robot is already working, and it will open the trades here, and you'll see all the deals here, and you'll have a chance even to close the deals by yourself manually. So if you have any questions at the moment, please give me the questions about the market recommendations. As I mentioned, we will send you the recommendations after the webinar, and also we will give it to you every day, and maybe twice a day if the market changes during the daily time frame. Okay. So let's move to another thing. This is my favorite feature of the robots. It is called a top robot. I think for the most people who are not very experienced in cryptocurrency trading, or who is not experienced in robot trading, uh, this feature works very well. So let's move again to our recommendations. And at the moment, we understand that such kind of market was some days ago. So we prepared to you some dates during the 3 last months, starting from September. And if you want to copy someone's best experience, you can do it via Top Robot. Okay, let's start. So I will explain you a little bit about the top of the robot, and afterwards I will show you how to use our recommendations afterwards. So now we can see here that the most successful robots from yesterday are shown here. It means that uh, in 1 day time frame, there were experienced robots which were trading for USDT. Yes, we can see it because the market began growing, so the USDT is the most popular. So let's move to the 1 week time frame. It means that the most successful robots which were trading during 7 days without any without any stops, uh, are presented here. So here the situation is changed. And now you can see USDT robots, you can see ETH robots, and even BTC robots you can see here. So, and also we have 2 weeks and 1 month successful robots, but for our contest, I would recommend you to use only 1 day and 1 week or 1 week time frames to copy, because our contest is not very long. We have only 3 days for testing and 3 days for real trading. So let's move to recommendations again. If you are choosing to copy a robot for 1 day results, it means that you have to choose, for example, the dates which are mentioned here. It means that for the previous days, the market was working was showing the same result. Let's, for example, choose the 8th of October. Yes. So how we use the calendar? Here we choose the 8th of November. And as I've mentioned, this is the 1 day result. So we can see here that the most popular robots were based on USDT. Here we can view statistics of these robots, and we can see that there were not many trades, but all of them were successful, and it gave a good profit on total. So then you can just copy settings, and you choose at the moment demo trading. And as I've mentioned, it is very important. To choose the trading lot size. Yes, for the competition, let's trade for $10 and press it maybe $100 here. Yes, for the total balance we use. Also, if you want, you can also look through recommended pairs, but it is not necessary using such kind of products. So also we have to change the exchange because we're trading on OKX exchange. So I'm saving the settings and launching the robot. This is the only thing I had to do to copy the settings in 1 day trading. If I want to choose, for example, 1 week trading, I have to look through recommendations, and for example, I can choose 14th of October. 14th of October. Let's move to October, and here I can see the most profitable robots. And for example, here I can see 85 different orders open. So we can see here even not very good results, yes, but on the daily time frame we can see that the results are good, and totally we have a good profit. If you want to copy, you can copy it yourself. Again, as I've told you before. So the recommendations which have to be given again to remember is that you have to use short time frames like 1 hour or maybe 2 hours, but the 1 hour is recommended because the time of the contest is not very long. This is the first recommendation. And also, when you launch the robot, please use recommended pairs only. These are the recommendations for the demo trading. If you have any questions, please give me these questions. So there are no questions at the moment. I think they will appear in the chat of our battle. And okay, thank you very much for the attention, and let's meet again in other webinars, and let's work together with OKX and with crypto robotics. And see you. Bye bye.